Hello again. It's August 12th. It's been almost a month since I did some work on the frame. I decided to use POR15 as my coating on the frame, and prior to using POR15 they recommend that you use a degreaser and also follow that up with a metal prep. So the past few days I have washed it down with the cleaner degreaser, and then I started using the POR15 today. It's a little container, doesn't go very far, and interestingly enough it's a phosphoric acid based metal prep. If you notice over on the right hand side I have something called OSPO, which is also a phosphoric acid and treats metal as well. The finishes on both, using both the metal prep from POR15 and OSPO, they both look the same. So just continued on with OSPO. You can see that it's left almost a rusty looking hue, but in fact that's really a zinc type of coating reacting with the phosphoric acid and other good things in it. So we are done with doing the frame. Everything's prepped, and tomorrow I will start doing the painting. So I'll follow back up with you tomorrow and show you my progress. So one of the things that I left out was the prep for the POR15 cleaner degreaser and metal prep. The cleaner degreaser obviously is meant to clean and degrease your metal items. Since this frame was sandblasted, there really wasn't a whole lot of grease on it. Nonetheless, I did use the cleaner degreaser. The instructions there say you should spray it on, apply it, let it sit for about 10 minutes and then wash it off. Let it completely dry and then move to the metal prep, the POR15 metal prep. You can spray the metal prep on. I decided to use a brush. Brush seems a little bit more economical. Plus, you can spread it a lot easier with a brush rather than spraying. It has a tendency to drip when you're spraying, and the brush can keep it on. The instructions also say that you should keep it wet. Don't let it dry. Keep it wet for 20 minutes and then wash it off. Right now we're in the 100-degree mark. It is very hot and very sunny, so really was a challenge trying to keep it wet. I ended up just doing smaller sections of the frame in order to maintain the wetness on the material. In fact, it's so dry, a little community to the west here recorded a 6% relative humidity. The weatherman went outside and he literally spit, and before his spit hit the ground it turned to dust. True fact. I saw it. It was on the internet. It must be true. Okay, anyhow, what I did also with the metal prep is I used warm water rather than cold water. It seemed like cold water reacted a little different than warm water. The cold water gave it a lot more streaking, a lot more color, kind of a rustier color. The warm water did not end up streaking as much, still streaked. But it's still, the warm water seemed to work a little bit better. So that's what I did for my metal prep. As I said, I'm pleased with the way it turned out, and I've made the decision tomorrow, rather than spraying POR15, even though I have a reducer and accelerator for POR15 for the spray gun if I so choose, I decided with all of the little nooks and crannies, spraying would not be optimal. So tomorrow I'm going to brush it on. Good morning. It's paint day. Yesterday I spent the day doing the metal prep on the frame. and today I'm going to paint POR15. I decided to brush it on rather than spray it. There's just too many nooks and crannies on this frame, and I'm afraid the spraying would not get into those areas. So going to brush it on, and we'll see what it looks like. One thing you may notice is the metal prep turned the frame to a almost a, I guess it would be a metal gray, gunmetal gray. It's interesting. It does have phosphoric acid and zinc and a solution. Don't know what the solution is, but it definitely did turn the metal to a darker gray color. You'll notice also that I have put the orange plugs in the protective threaded inserts on the frame so POR15 doesn't get into those threads. Okay, all done painting. Took me about 2 hours to paint the frame. Of course, that's only the top side. You still have to do the bottom side. Pretty pleased with POR15. It turned out pretty nice. The one thing that I noticed, and probably not picking it up real well, but we have a lot of smoke in the area, and I just kind of show you, hard to see. That's smoke, that's not clouds. And so a lot of the ash is coming and landing on the frame, so it kind of gives it a little gritty appearance. But overall, I'm very pleased with how it turned out. Frame looks a lot better than it did yesterday since it's painted. As I said, let it dry. Interesting thing I mentioned earlier about the humidity being at 6%. POR15 uses moisture from the air to cure and dry. And so the drier it is, the longer it takes to cure. So I'm probably looking at a good 4 hours for this to dry. And then I will be applying a second coat. So that's about it. So rolling right along. Talk to you later. Bye. Final video. Got it up on the lift, and next steps are to begin to install the body panels. That'll be a challenge. Looking forward to it, but chassis is done, or frame is done, and we'll move forward. I'll be gone for the next 2 weeks, so I won't be doing any work. See you later.